Buffalo's own Max and Katie Bickler have done really well in the Amazing Race, and they have $1 million on the line in Sunday's big finale. We're going to check in with them to see how the duo is doing so far with Matt.
It may not have started out great, but Max and Katie, the Buffalo team on the Amazing Race, have been making Western New York proud.
Katie and I had a rough start to the race. We had some bad luck in Bora Bora. That bad luck kind of lasted a little while. We turned it around in Bali and Vietnam, and then it kind of went south again in
then
Africa.
We went to Africa.
I backed into a pole. We had a speeding ticket. There were some bad decisions in Africa that we made. Navigationally, we were really poor there as well. So we had a rough time in Africa, but we felt good that we got out of Africa alive. We made it, and we got to, no pun intended. There was a lot of wildlife. It was pretty incredible.
It seemed like Bali might have been the end of the road.
We had just finished in Bali, and I remember we got back, and I was doing laundry in the tub, you know, with shampoo and water, and she was laying in the bed, and I distinctly remember her looking at me and saying, "If we get eliminated tomorrow, I don't care."
It was hard.
And I snapped. I was like, "No, don't even say that. You can't think like that. That's." And I'm like, "Take it back," and you know, because she was literally laying there. You know, you're so tired. We had probably been, at that point, it had been like 5 days without a shower, without a shave.
And I think going into it, we were always like, "Oh, we're gonna win every leg." Like, all we wanted to do was come in first. But when you're actually in the thick of things, you don't care. You just want to finish, and you just want him to say you're still in it.
But it all turned around once they got into Europe.
When we got to Switzerland, we knew, you know, we felt good. We were like, all right, Europe is going to be our spot. We're going to do well when we get to Europe. And we did well in Switzerland, and then we came on really strong, and we won the leg in Berlin, and that was incredible because Katie's family that came from Germany, her grandmother, it was really, she was so proud to win in Berlin, and we had an amazing day in Berlin. We won by quite a margin in Berlin. And then in Scotland,
won 2 cars.
Yeah, well, that was it. Yeah, we won 2 Ford Fusions, which is pretty incredible. And the Ford Fusions we drove on the show, they actually had Michigan plates, so they had shipped those cars to Berlin from the States. You never know that you're in first. I mean, you feel like you're in first. You never know you're in last. You never, and if you take too much time to think about where you are, that's when you really run into trouble.
My favorite challenge was in Switzerland when I had to traverse the Eiger Mountain. So literally, you can't pay for that experience. You can't go there as a traveler to say, I'm gonna pay $200 or whatever you think it's worth to go up there. They don't do that. The show specifically set it up for us. And it was just so incredibly cool to climb out a window and I was hanging on literally the side of the mountain on the top of Europe, and that was just like unbelievable.
But don't get the impression that Katie had all the fun.
It just turned out that as far as roadblocks go in deciding who did what, I somehow ended up getting the worst ones, like the dirtiest ones. Coming up in Ireland, I had, based on how many roadblocks we had done, we have to keep them even. So for me, it was my turn, and I had to go bog snorkeling in Ireland, and it was just cold and dirty. I wear a wetsuit and a snorkel, and if you watch the preview, I have to do a cannonball into just like a sinkhole. It was just gross.
Now, Katie couldn't tell us how she handled this, so make sure you tune in to see if Max and Katie continue to show what Buffalonians are made of.